I'm replying to Joe Brown. Today is the 2nd of November 2023. It's actually Thursday. I want to reply Joe Brown. I see the little man who need a feeding bottle is going out and crying because I kick him out from a group after trying to beg him like a little kid to talk behind the scene to some members and official member of the organization. You have some group where people grouped themselves and wanted to destroy AGOC ADF for 2 years. I decided to take a push forward. And when I took up the narratives of that group, the admins of that group that had created that group to destroy AGOC ADF, they kicked me out. I decided to refute, not by fighting against them, but by democratically enjoy my freedom of press and freedom of media, freedom of determination to create an equal but opposite reaction, including that very same ballistic page to change the narrative with liberal democracy. Therefore, I cloned the page, and in 2 days, Joe Brown came to the page, the new page that I cloned, to serve the integrity of the AGOC ADF and other Ambazonian in general. It's just 2 days. 2 days a new baby is born to refute Satan and devil. Joe Brown came there with his uninfiltrated Socamifian mentality, doing exactly the same thing that those people in the Socamifian Cameroon information mentality we are doing, that delegitimize and destroy the reputation and the integrity of the Cho Lucas Ayaba's AGOC mentality leadership. In other words, the Capo Daniels mentality, where you go out and try to talk about the organization in a negative impact. Example, in any AGOC charter or vision, can you go out insulting people in the name of AGOC? When you stand and representing the Messiah, do you insult people in order to preach a Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba? Do you have to insult people in order to project the AGOC, the EDF? Do you have to insult people in order to preach the tax? The reality is, someone with an infiltrated mentality would have gone out insulting potential donors and insulting future people that when I, Vela, will sensitize and mobilize themselves very well about the vision of the organization, they are going to join. In other words, any Ambazonian or any AGOC know the efforts of Vela, from the vanguards to the Mandelas, to the destruction of the blue and white army. There are some of them that we converted from wherever they were, rehabilitate them through the Mandela family big compound, where Joe Brown has never graduated, by the way. And however, when they come to the big compound, they got completely the mindset emancipated, and they are good people that we can trust. And once more, in the great state of Bui, there is collaboration and giant collaboration with the ADF forces, where we get up every day now and we are not looking at, has anyone been killed? Has any ADF soldier been killed in Bui again? So many people doubted, so many officials doubted, maybe the organization doubted, but today you can know that Vela was doing his thing. You thought Vela was using a Wyoming style, but that Wyoming style is a way to win in politics. It's called quid pro quo, a give and take. And today, let anyone ask Vela or any AGOC ADF, where is ADF fighting in Bui? Because I can show from Goketunja to Bui to Donga and Mantong where ADF is fighting. It is not blah 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 or beb beb beb. Those people, the organization, however, thought that we are loyal members. I am a very nice person. I don't want to ask the question, what happened to the loyalties? Are they the same people who have returned back to their old habit of calling the organization La Republic? I don't want to remind that, because I have a vision. And to prove a point, ADF must coexist in Ambazonia. So too Dr. Cho and the organization must exist without in any way standing to wipe any organization. And that is my own opinion. That independence, ADF, AGOC, Dr. Cho must exist. I don't care about other people, but because they have suffered so much from other people. And if wrong is wrong, whatever other people did to the AGOC, I will never ever stand in Ambazonia to see that happen. And so I don't tolerate to see anyone do that also. Because that act is wrong, and it does not matter from whoever it's coming from. Not from me, not from Bangat, not from Mandela, no AGOC people, no those people who display that cowardice. And therefore I stand to tell Joe Brown, his love for AGOC is negative. It is a Capodanian type of love that when it backfires, the organization suffers. And therefore, Joe Brown is angry, an old man who has stood as a surrogate destroying the organization by just attacking everybody. He does not know that in politics, you can turn your opponent to be your frontliner. And that is exactly the work of Vela and the Vanguard. He attacked every potential future member of the AGOC. I believe in the policy of expansionism, in comparative politics, otherwise comparative business. You know that anyone who does not buy from you today will suddenly become a client of yours tomorrow, a customer, if you do your sensitization and your advertisement persuasively or aggressively very well. As a macroeconomics master, I also know how to convert, how to win friends and influence them. I believe in the power of positive thinking and the magic of thinking big. After studying the Chinese economy, and after studying how to win friends and influence them by Napoleon Hills, I came to realize I can turn even my own enemies to my lovers. But I'm going to do that by being so good in front of them, no matter how evil and how insulting they are. This man, old man, whom the organization know that is destructive. If not, the organization would have given him a position. But no, because he will put down the organization. He believed that if Fabiano Deco is a demon, Vela should go and be a demon, because Fabiano is a demon. I have given Fabiano one reply last week. Ambazonian people can see my reply. No one has calculated Fabiano Deco in such a style. It is not blah, blah, blah. Activism is not hiding behind the scene like Joe Brown and claiming you know better. Where were you when they killed our people on the 22nd of September 2017, when 200 youth, healthy young people like Vela were killed? And you of the old people, you hide behind the scene, insult people in WhatsApp group every day, and create an impression that the AGOC are bad people. You are one of the people that made silent majority not to support the AGOC, Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba. You go on creating hate and making ground zero forces to think that coming closer to ADF means they are going to be killed. You are one of those who propagate negative information, negative messages, which portray the AGOC as a tyrant organization, which portrays the ADF as dictators. And I stand to tell you to soften your word, because we the hunters are hearing from the people of Amazonia how they like to see the leadership of the struggle. I cried to the organization myself about how Capo Daniel exacerbated such negative tendencies, and the organization finally understood the hard way. And today, Joe Brown still believes in such bandura, archaic, dilapidated, and outdated way of politics. A good politician that yields is the one that gives solidarity to his people. It is the one that shows love, compassion, and healing, comfort to their own people. How could you allow Joe Brown to go out spewing seeds of discord, hate, insult to the people you want to liberate? How could you allow such blind surrogacy, which goes out whenever we clean the roads for the leadership to work on? They go and put thorns, spice, and spruce into the same roads that we have cleared. When we flatten mountains and fill valleys for the Messiah, Dr. Cho to work on, Joe Brown and other people go out insulting, bringing those mountains back and bringing valleys even more deeper for the organization to work with. And no one can stand in the organization to tell Joe Brown to relax and stop that Capodanese mentality from the organization. The Egos Foundation is bare with love that the leader left from nowhere, from Europe, and go to ground zero in Dadi village. And people went insulting and even dashed Dadi village to Nigeria. It was a day I discovered hate and insult is bad. How could we allow Joe Brown and his cohort to represent the Egos in such a ballistic and devilish tendency? Joe Brown is one of the reasons people attack the Egos. Joe Brown is the reason why people like Fabiano Deco even exist. When Fabiano Deco will not see anyone insulting, and he will be the only one, even Ambazonian will take the verdict. And we will have amazing pouring contributions whenever people like Vela goes out. How can I even go fighting other people when people like Joe Browns are doing the same? When the Newtons tell law say for every action there's an opposite but equal reaction. If people insult the ego of the people and bring audience from people like Joe Brown, how can Velad now stand in between and take the side of the ego? And that's why the silent majority and lovely people are just being very silent. Therefore, I call the organization to call all surrogates to order, starting from Joe Brown. I have kept him in the Mandela family big compound for more than 4 years. Yet, he has the same ballistic blue and white tendency. You are not going to insult people to love Ayaba. You are not going to insult people before you think they can unleash their credit card. In fact, people remove their credit card from every project of the organization due to your insult. In other words, people think the organization is bad when people of you go representing the organization in that evil tendency. I therefore call you, Joe Brown, to stop hating Amazonian people in the name of Egosi. Show love to the people. Repent. Preach love, unity, and solidarity to the people of Amazonia in the name of Egosi and ADF. And Dr. George Lucas Ayaba's leadership will succeed. It is people like you that continue to make people think that Egosi people are tyrants and dictators. Why I know the vision of that organization is not true. The people of Bui, I have to step up because some people like you, we are going and sending bad videos, bad audios in Bui, warning the children of Bui. I told the children of Bui that those people do not represent the vision of the Egosi and Dr. Cho Ayaba. I remember when Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba asked some official member to leave Bui for Vela, because Vela has explained to him that he has a vision. And there's a vision that has led ADF not to be wiped out from Bui. And every day, when I preach a policy of expansionism, some of those lads don't understand that as much as I believe in the policy of expansionism, I don't believe in isolation policy, which the SDF practiced for years and ended up on the inside their own boxes. And that is what people like Joe Brown preach, policy of isolation. They went, sit in small little corner, and then allow these people to go behind the scene and plan evil. They invade everywhere they are ballistic and evil people. Allow them to speak freely so they can know how to tackle them. And lads like Joe Brown don't understand that. I don't even reply people like this. But because these are agents that are indirectly destroying Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba's vision. The organization, you have a choice. You can allow all this attack John mentality to destroy you like the attack John destroyed the IG. You can allow this Eric Tatos mentality, the Capo Danez and the Fabiano Decos mentality in the ego. Tomorrow you are going to cry. I stand here with the same mentality I use in my business that I've left from nothing to $1 million business in less than no time. Comparative politics, conflict resolution and global cooperation. How do you allow members and your own surrogate to go insulting people in your name? When we want to preach to gain the hearts of those people, to show them that whatever people blackmail and sabotage us is not true. But why you have people like Joe Brown for years blackmailing and sabotaging people in the name of the organization? Then how can the organization succeed? When these people go out every day destroying everyone, every day they make somebody to run away from you. Should these people not be showing love to the people? So that when those people blackmailing us against them, we see that AGOPC are not the people they are selling to them. They would think that we are nice. But when they come and face people like Joe Brown, insulting them exactly like Capo Daniel, how can people think that other leaders who are blackmailing us are not honest and truthful? I call the organization to look into this blind surrogacy issue because it's destroying the organization than ever before. I don't want to say much, and this is all I have to say. People like Joe Brown are the reason why Dr. Cho is not seeing forward. It's a Capo Daniel mentality. That loyal kind of blind surrogacy is bad, dangerous. In my business, my worker, my staff, my employee that do that type of thing to my guests, I fire you immediately without any. In fact, my employment is at will. That means you can quit at any time. I can fire you at any time. You cannot insult my guests trying to protect a business. You cannot insult my client trying to show good about me or love me. You cannot. My staff know that. Clients, you have to always allow client to talk. If client insult me, allow me, the chairman, to handle it. Do not and never ever insult my client or my customers in the name of protecting my business. When you insult my client or my customer, you have destroyed my business reputation. My client can go ballistic. My client can go angry. My staff know, if you don't like, quit the job. Because I have a way that I deal with them. And at the end of the day, when they give 5-star, I succeed. And then I pay them paycheck because I succeed. And my business not going to go down because of blind employees. And so too, AGOPC people, be wise. I never said this many times. People like Joe Brown are evil for AGOPC. The type of thing that Atta Jones and the rest, the Kuku Dabling, the Emma Larry, the Teria Pompo, Eri Tato, what they did for IG is exactly what the Joe Browns are doing for AGOPC. And that's a Capo Daniel mentality. Wise up. Please. You see, the Mandela Middle East, when the chairman was hijacked that I was managing, he turned against me, and finally what happened? When Capo Daniel left, the same person, Clarence, who was the chairman, who he ran behind Capo Daniel, and he uses the image of General Ivan Ba and created a Facebook page which went viral in the name of General Ivan Ba. But today he stands with Capo Daniel. The same mentality with people like Joe Brown. Watch out!